Hello everyone and welcome back to Spider-Man, the movie game. I'm refraining from saying part 2 because I made a habit of that on my previous LPs, the ones where, it was all recorded on the PlayStation 4, and that was one of the things that fucked me up the most, was trying to remember which part was which. So I'm going to try my best for this new format to just welcome back to the part rather than telling you which part this is and, fucking myself up. So, okay, so for this episode, we are going through the Skull headquarters, where the Skull Gang resides, trying to find Okobin's killer. And we're also going to be doing an extra level at the end, just kind of doing the whole... I don't know, the thing I want to do for this LP, or the thing that I'm planning on doing, is that for a majority of the game, it'll be about 3 levels apiece. So, I mean, you'll see how it works as we continue along, but, as of right now, it's just going to be, 3 parts. Some might have 2, or, depending on how long the actual levels are, which, there are going to be some long levels later in the game, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So yeah, we're going through the headquarters here, and these levels, like this one in particular, it's not a bad level. It's not anything impressive, but it works for the most part. Oh yeah, right here I'm showing off a secret area. You can find these throughout the game, and I think these only when you find them, you only get points at the end of the level when your points are all tallied up. So besides that, I don't think they serve much else of a purpose. But yeah, so I think that's about the only time we're gonna go for secret areas. I knew where that one is because, I played this game a whole number of times, and, it's good to show off everything at least once, so... Oh yeah, this guy, this fucking clown, he just killed himself. Yeah, right here... Okay, so I gotta be real with you. Between parts 1 and 2, it had been... let's say, a week between recordings. So, I kind of forgot which button did what. So, so there I was trying to figure out which is the zip button. Apparently I don't remember the tutorial that well because, I fuck up there with that. So that's fun. Yeah, this part right here is probably the most bullshit part of the level, is just trying to get this guy with the key or whatever the hell he's holding on to, some control panel shit for, opening a door or whatever. They do that a couple times throughout the game, and I don't particularly care for it, especially because the dudes that you're fighting have more health than the rest of these enemies combined. It takes I want to say up to 9 or 12 hits. It's a lot, or at least it feels like a lot. So yeah, there's 2 times where they do this. They notably do this, and it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, another thing is that they can block your attacks too, and they hold guns, which guns fucking hurt in this game. Oh, it's a fuse. Okay, I'm not paying attention at all, as you can clearly tell. But so yeah, we're almost at the end of the level here, and that's, coming back to this game, that's one of my, issues with it, is that it's just so goddamn short. It's, I remember, because I recorded this playthrough twice. This is my second recording, because the first time I did it, it was right before my computer problems happened, and my laptop just imploded on itself. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, in case you're new around here, I'll be sure to annotate that video and you'll see for yourself the problems. So I lost about everything. I lost all the recordings I had, including the first attempt, the first LP of this game. So as soon as I got my PC, I immediately, like, besides recording footage for Iron Man, I also went in and recorded footage for this game, because I knew that, you know, restarting the LP channel was something on my to-do list, and I figured, you know, why not kill two birds with one stone and just kind of go back and forth between Iron Man and this game. So it paid off, though, because the parts themselves, they're not really that long. So, you know, I got a lot done in, like, the span of a week or so. Like, it was pretty good, I gotta say. But, so yeah, Bruce Campbell was just telling us about when you click in the right stick, that green spider appears, and that basically is a zip point or a swing point. So when you hit the swing button or the zip button, you can just automatically go over there. And it does really help for a section later on with the shocker, which you'll see what I mean. But yeah, but I rarely find myself using it in the heat of the moment, unless, like, it's for stealth scenarios, which I suck at in this game. I'm not that great at the stealth in this game, and also the stealth in this game is not really that well intuitive or well implemented, because as you saw at the very beginning of the first level of this part, they want you to, or it's heavily implied to use stealth. Like, it's a training ground for stealth, and I just fucked it up, and, you know, because I didn't give a shit. So yeah, just completely ruined this staircase. But yeah, we're coming up to the first actual boss of this game, believe it or not, and it is Uncle Ben's killer. And this guy has a myriad of attacks. You know, he shoots with the shotgun, of course, which does hurt. It fucking hurts. But he also has flashbangs, which he can throw at you like that. You can see Peter. I dodged the flashbang. You're fine. But yeah, these attacks, they hurt. And but yeah, just like all the other enemies in this game, he is pretty, like, easy to take down, especially with the tackle, like I mentioned before. I love the tackle in this game. It's pretty great. And yeah, there you go. It just destroys bosses like that. So but, to me, this is one of the funniest cutscenes, because it's not like Peter, like, instigated him falling out of the window like in the movie. Like, this guy literally just shuffles his way out the window. And there he goes. Like a chump. What a bitch. So yeah, now we're transitioning into the next kind of arc of this game. This game has a really weird thing with levels where it, like, has set arcs. Like, the first, like, 3 levels or so are all, you know, dedicated to you know, him finding Uncle Ben's killer, and then the next few are relegated to just side characters and villains, like Shocker, Vulture, Scorpion, what have you. And then, you know, you got stuff like you know, the set Goblin levels, and of course Kraven and Oscorp, and then finally Goblin again. So it's a very, like, set structure you're doing in terms of levels, which are usually like a couple per villain for the most part. Some villains get like 2 levels, some of them get 3, or even more than that. in the terms of Goblin. Which, I mean, of course he has, because he's the main villain of the movie, and of course the game. So why wouldn't he get more than fucking 2 levels? is nobody's question. But yeah. So one thing about this game that really like weirds me out replaying it again, because I've rewatched the Raimi movies recently, is that because you know the whole thing with Quest Probe, or whatever the company was called, you know, it happens before, you know, Peter becomes Spider-Man, like full-fledged. So the fact that it's happening afterwards, and like it's just dropped immediately, like it's very strange. It's such a weird thing. So yeah, now we're getting a swing tutorial, which is kind of weird that it's like how many levels in now, and they're just, you know, doing that. But I do like the fact that, you know, they have a reasonable like explanation for that, where it's just like, oh, it's Peter like taking photos for the Bugle and stuff like that, even though the shots I'm taking, like, they don't work. Now, one thing I kind of wish that I did, which I didn't do, was I was gonna swing kick into that, because I thought it would look cool for the photo shoot, like the photo shoot, I guess you can call it. But I didn't do that because I'm a chump and I don't pay attention to myself. So I mean, if we ever decide to replay this game for an OP or something like that, I'll be sure to do that. Be sure to remind me, comment section. Okay, now we're getting to the like second half of the level, where we're just taking on a number of these like beetle robots. I don't know what the hell you call these things. As a kid, I always called them like Rock'em Sock'em robots because of their giant arms. But yeah, it's not really clear what these robots are supposed to be like emulating, because, you know, later we get like the spider robots and whatever. So are these supposed to be based off of a certain type of bug? They're not like scorpions or anything, but like, if anybody can let me know in the comments, be sure to do so, because I have no idea what these things are trying to be. Like, I don't know. But so yeah, while you're in the air, like, air combat is probably like, I find it more fun to do than just combat on the ground, because you can use a combination of like punches, kicks, and then also web attacks in the air. And but I will say, like, the web attacks are extensively broken for like bosses. Bosses get demolished by like air webs, and kicks are pretty bad too, because they cause so much damage. But like, but yeah, combat is super fun. Even though it doesn't make any sense why Peter would be like being able to swing infinitely in the air, like like attaching to clouds, or maybe there's just an airplane passing by each swing. That's it. That's how you explain. But yeah, everybody, this is the end of the part, and next time we're going to be getting into some side characters, particularly one of them, because there's 3 levels dedicated to them. But yeah, I hope you all have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to subscribe and all that, and I will see you next time. So take care, friends.